Mohsen Milani is Professor of International Relations at the University of South Florida and also the author of an upcoming book, Iran's Rise and Rivalry with the United States in the Middle East. Thanks ever so much for coming on the programme. Now, look, some commentators are calling this a delicate moment for Iran. What's your take?
Thank you for inviting me. It is a sensitive moment, but I don't think Iran is in danger of disintegration or going through a crisis. There is a constitutional process that has already been set in motion. The Supreme Leader has appointed the first vice president to replace the president, the deceased president, and he has already met with the Speaker of the Parliament and with the head of the judiciary to be in charge of the country for the next 50 years until a new round of presidential election is held. I think there is going to be continuity, quite a bit of continuity, and I don't expect much turmoil during that period.
So in terms of filling this power vacuum, you're saying the focus is very much on continuity. It's not going to be a catalyst for change.
That is correct, and that is partly because the Islamic Republic is well institutionalized, but there is also another element, and the element is that in Iran's constitutional system, the Supreme Leader is the final decider, is the final authority on deciding and determining the country's strategic orientation and the domestic policy of the country. And Ayatollah Khamenei is in office and is in control of the situation.
Though Raisi was often billed as being his protege and possibly the next, well, the Supreme Leader in waiting. I mean, look, we've got elections around the corner, so who's likely to run? Is the ruling party popular enough to win if those elections are going to be free and fair?
That is the million-dollar question, because in the last presidential election in 2021, Mr. Raisi won the election, but the process, to be honest with you, was rigged because so many of his rivals were disallowed to participate in the election by the powerful Guardian Council. And as a result, they had the lowest voter turnout in the history of the Islamic Republic. Wow. Now there is an opportunity for the system to make a course correction and allow people from different factions to participate in the political process in the upcoming election, because Iran is going through a very sensitive period precisely because of the question of succession to Ayatollah Khamenei, which is much more important than what happened yesterday in Iran.
And something else which is very important is, of course, Iran's relationship within the region and with other places around the world. What impact might all of this have on that relationship?
I think very little impact, if any at all. When it comes to foreign policy, the Supreme Leader exercises considerably more power than he does internally. As a matter of fact, if you look at the Islamic Republic's foreign policy for the past 45 years, you see considerable degree of continuity despite having different presidents, despite internal bickering, internal disputes. And the reason for this continuity is that just like China, just like in Russia, there is one centralized authority that makes important decisions about foreign policy, and it is the Supreme Leader with the help of Iran's Revolutionary Guard. And what happened in Iran 2 days ago will therefore have no impact on how decisions are made and who makes those important decisions.
Mohsen Milani, thank you very much.